welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. It's actually really humid right now. I'm like sitting here in my pajamas. It's pretty freaking late and it's actually like thundering and lightning, so you guys might even hear some of that in the background. Hopefully you're not. I'm like looking outside and it's like the rain is just like pounding off my window, but I really did want to get this voiceover done for you guys to make sure that we did have this up for the weekend because I love how this home turned out. I kind of have been going in like building spurts. I'll sit down and I'll just be so motivated in San Myshuno and I'll go and like do 4 apartments all in like the same time or like the same week or two, but lately it's definitely been more of these like traditional family homes, and I kind of feel like I have been a little bit obsessed with the siding that comes with the seasons, and I have been trying to use different stuff, but every time I get into building I'm just like, it is so pretty. I feel like we don't have anything like the wooden siding, like the exterior wall decor, you know, in the game already. So I think that's why I really like it. I love the detail that is on it. And I kind of wasn't really sure the style of home that I wanted to do. I do know that I have done a pretty similar style. I mean, once you do traditional family homes, they do kind of all have a similar style, but I did try originally to have that like front roofing kind of connect up with the upper, but it just wasn't working. And I think the only way that I would have been able to do that is to remove those windows, and I really did want to have them in the home because I mean, I love windows in my home, especially in like, I don't know, the kitchens and the bedrooms. I feel like they just definitely need to have windows. So this home ended up being a 3-bedroom upstairs. It does have quite a bit of space in the hallway, like it's not really too tiny, but one of the bedrooms that do end up going upstairs, they are pretty tiny, but I do like how it turns out. And then over on the left where you guys see that little like sun porch area, that actually ended up being a little bit of like a multi-purpose room. It does have an office, but it also does serve for like a greenhouse, just because I felt like this home needed to have an office, but I didn't really want it to be in the hallway because a lot of my builds lately have the office in the hallway whenever I do have like extra space, and I didn't really want to make outside completely a greenhouse because I do feel like I have done that already. So I kind of combined them a little bit, and I really do love how it turned out. So I also have been loving playing with the glass roofing, and I'm just like, I shove it everywhere. I'll like piece up the like the roofing a little bit just so that I can have like a little bit of a skylight. And I feel like one of my favorite parts of the new glass roofing is how it just like when you are in game, and I really notice it a lot more when I'm doing like the screenshots and stuff, but when you are in game it just looks like a skylight, like you can see right out of the window, and I think that looks so dreamy. And I really do want to do some kind of a penthouse build with the new glass roofing. I don't think I have done a penthouse since like City Living came out a really long time ago. Did you hear that? That's Lily's song. She's just like, okay, we've had it with your talking and rambling. But yeah, so I might do some kind of a build that's a little more modernized. If you guys would like to see that, let me know. I mean, my personal style is definitely more of like coastal, traditional, and family style, just because that is what I'm used to seeing like around here. A lot of the homes definitely are coastal. I mean, Eastern Canada, it's what you see. I do live in a fishing village, so a lot of these homes just kind of are what I see here, so it's what I'm used to building just because I'm comfortable with them. But I do once in a while enjoy doing some like modern ones. I did do one not too long ago in Oasis Springs. I think I did one at the beginning of summer, but I really do want to do, you know, some more tropical builds, and I kind of was waiting, you know, putting things off a little bit when they announced seasons, because I did envision seasons to have a lot of tropical stuff, and I even honestly thought that we were going to be getting like some really bright exterior, some new like wallpapers and stuff, but we did not get that. I honestly thought we were going to get some more like cactuses and palm trees, and I would love to see a palm tree that has like the LA style, that has like the lights that go all the way up the trunk of the tree. I think that would be so pretty. I'm sure there is like CC out there for that, but you guys know I love to keep all of my builds completely custom content free. I find it just does help like keep your game running a little bit better. When I started my channel, I did have like CC in my builds just until I was able to you know, purchase all of the packs, because if you are starting Sims 4 just like all of a sudden, you know, years later, it's so much to purchase right off. So I did try to just use CC and wait for sales to come on, and I was like slowly just getting packs. I remember there was like these flowers. I think it was in the Cool Kitchen. I know I've mentioned it before, but oh my god, as soon as I got them, it was honestly like winning the lottery. And it was like probably one of the last packs that I ended up purchasing of like my collection, just because, I don't know, I guess I saved the best for last. But when I did get that, I swear I used those freaking plants on every counter, every side table, everywhere that I could find them. But yeah, now there's like so much to choose from. I don't even feel like I have to use CC. I mean, if I didn't make videos and I didn't have to link all of like CC in my builds, I probably would use it for dog beds. I mean, I wish that we had more of like fluffier dog beds like they had in The Sims 3. I mean, I know, you know, Sims 3 is so long ago, but I do feel like the beds that we had in that were just a lot more fluffier, and I feel like the ones that we have in the game are a little more like, they look like a mat. So I would probably use a lot more like pet CC and also like bunk beds and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think, probably like if I had to use CC, it would be more lights. I really wish that we had more candles and stuff like that in the game, and like the wall icicle lights, hanging lights, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm trying to think, there was this like one swag of lights that I had in my builds that it kind of reminded me of like a princess canopy, and it had like the lights on it. I'm trying to think, I think it's like the Grayson collection. I mean, I can probably still remember the name of every CC that I use, because I remember there was like this one day when I first got into The Sims, and you guys might not even know this, but the day that I downloaded The Sims 4 way back in like, it was like the end of 2016. It was probably only like a year and a half ago that I got into The Sims 4. So, I mean, I was a little bit overwhelmed, and I was so embarrassed because I didn't even know what CC meant. Everybody would talk about like CC, MM, and alpha, and I just kind of like went along with the conversation, and I honestly, guys, had no freaking idea what it meant, and I had to like Google and read different forums to figure out what everything meant. And it was kind of embarrassing because, I mean, The Sims had been out for what, like 3 or 4 years at that point, and I was just like a newbie. So everybody that I would talk to, they'd just be like, oh my god, where have you been? And I haven't been here since Sims 1. So, I mean, I had a lot to catch up on, and I feel like sometimes I do miss having like the random clutter items of CC. And I remember that I was so excited when Coffee had posted, I think it was like some, oh my gosh, it was like pumpkin spice latte, create a sim or something like that, and she had this mod. I'm pretty sure that it was from that video. I definitely know that it was a coffee video, but she had posted something with this mod where the girl, her sim, went to get a coffee, and she ended up having like a CC drink. It was like Starbucks coffee or something like that, and it took me forever to find it. And I remember this one night in particular, I never even slept. I was like up all night on Sims Resource, and I was just like downloading hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of alpha stuff. I had so much hair, and then it was like the next day, it might have even be the same day, I can't remember, I downloaded or I created a Create-A-Sim for Cherish Richie or Rishi. I can't remember her name. I do remember she had this hair with like these 2 pieces that came like down on the sides of her hair. But like pretty much the same day that I downloaded Sims 4, I made a video, because as soon as I did start seeing all of like the builds and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, that is totally something that I would enjoy. And I've always loved games. Like when I was younger, I was obsessed with Tomb Raider and Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, and I really was into Sims, the original with Hot Date, and then there was Sims Herbs, or in the Herbs, Sims in the Herbs, I can't remember. It was the Black Eyed Peas, Sims in the Herbs, URBZ. I don't even know how to say it, but I was like completely obsessed with that and the music. If you guys have been over to a live stream On Twitch, I even sometimes will play the Herbs music. It's like the Black Eyed Peas singing in Simlish, and I still freaking love it. But I still remember when I seen The Sims 4, I was like blown away by the graphics, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I even built my real life home in The Sims 4. That was like one of the first things that I did. I never ended up posting that. Maybe eventually I will do like building my home, or I mean, it kind of creeps me out a little bit just because I do live here, but I would still even consider doing like my childhood home. I have been thinking about doing that, and I might even like record that this week now that I'm thinking about it, because I feel like that would be so much fun, and I feel like I could really talk to you guys just a little bit more about me and my childhood. And there's actually a lot that has happened in my home. I mean, my cousin even ended up living with us for a little bit. So I don't know, I feel like that would be fun. If that is something that you guys would be interested in watching me do, definitely let me know in the comments, because I would really love getting into doing like some more videos like that. They're a little bit more based on me and my style. I even kind of want to do like my dream house. But you guys know I can never make my mind up. So I feel like even if I was to move into my dream house, probably like within 3 months, I would end up like knocking a wall out. I did knock a wall out at my home. And it didn't go over so well, but you guys know I love open concept, and the house that I live in, it's not open concept. I mean, there's so many teeny tiny rooms, and it drives me nuts, and I just like want more space. And I do feel like that's one thing that I enjoy about Sims 4. I do live in a home that is like unfinished, and I feel like when I'm in The Sims 4, I can just like pretend that I live, you know, in a finished home with exactly what I want, and I don't have to spend any money, because that's another thing when you're in real life and you want to like constantly renovate. It is so freaking expensive, and it's just not realistic. But I kind of just like to live through The Sims. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's build. If you did, as always, make sure to give this video a very big thumbs up. It always lets me know that you guys did enjoy. And if there are any other builds or styles that you guys would like to see me do, definitely let me know, of course. And hopefully I'm gonna see all of you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!
Cheek on my neck, kiss me, I'm a nervous wreck. I know exactly what I want, I know exactly what I need. I'm talking like a machine. I know exactly what I want, I know exactly what I need. But do you get what I mean?